Hi, this is Rob Wiltsey, founder of Schoolshine. We make custom professional quality videos for school districts. We want to make sure your district has the very best video content possible and the best content strategy so you can get the most out of your videos. So, check out some samples at schoolshine.org and schedule a call with us today to learn how you can take your videos to the next level. That's schoolshine.org.
Do you wish that creating and sending email newsletters took less time and effort? Would you like more parents to tune in and read your district's newsletter? If so, try MarketVolt, the email newsletter platform tailored for districts like yours. With MarketVolt, it's simple to create newsletters that parents will read. MarketVolt automatically customizes your newsletter to match each parent's interest. With MarketVolt, you can create better newsletters with less headache and less hassle. Visit betterk12newsletter.com to learn what MarketVolt can do for you. That's betterk12newsletter.com, powered by MarketVolt.
Hey there, PR experts. Blackboard here. School PR is about telling the story of your students, your teachers, and your school community. From websites and mass notifications to mobile presence and classroom engagement, Blackboard has the tools that you need. And whether you're a one-person shop or part of a bigger communication team, we can help you reach more people more effectively in less time. Thank you for all the work you do in improving education and helping students succeed. And thanks for letting us be a part of it. Now, back to the podcast.
Advocating for public education, sharing our stories, and celebrating our schools, students, teachers, and staff. From crisis communications to media relations, social media, and everything in between, we're here to give you the best strategies, tools, and techniques to help educators help our kids. Welcome to the School PR Podcast, brought to you by Blackboard, Schoolshine, and MarketVolt. Here's your host, Ryan Ferran.
Same song, different artist. First Avenue Middle School rock band getting it done. Let's take a listen. So good, and that was recorded on my iPhone, probably not even doing it justice, but that's the new intro. We're featuring student musicians on the podcast this year. That is what public education does. Teaching the arts, music, creativity, the showmanship, instruments, music history, art history. It's so awesome. What an opportunity for these kids. It is so beyond cool to show up to an event and see middle school students today playing the songs that I listened to back in middle school and high school a couple decades ago, under the direction of Mike Danielson, one of Arcadia Unified's Teachers of the Year this year, the sole Teacher of the Year, one of LA County's Teachers of the Year this year. So awesome. Way to go, First Ave Spartans. So we are highlighting student music on the podcast this year. If you have an awesome song, an awesome student group that you want us to play on the podcast, shoot it my way and we will feature them here on the School PR Podcast. Here we go. So new season underway. This is episode 35, and before we get into it, you may have noticed 3 new sponsors joining the School PR Podcast. Thrilled to partner with them and be collaborating throughout this year on the School PR Podcast with them. So big thanks to Blackboard, Schoolshine, and MarketVolt. And with Blackboard, you know who it is. It's Chris Prince, and big thanks to him and Steve Osler getting this done. And with Schoolshine, Rob Wiltsey. And with MarketVolt, you know the man, Pat Hahn. So if you have any questions about those product services, please chat with them. They are willing to help, and looking forward to working with them as this year progresses on the podcast. So thank you. That means more episodes, expanding the podcast, growing it. So that's exciting news, and they're all in for public education as well. So here we go. So today's topic, this is again episode 35. So if you're new to the podcast, we have 34 other episodes, all school PR related. So go back, take a listen. Media relations, crisis communications, social media. Our last podcast, 34, was Welcome Back to School Ideas. That had a lot of listens. I'm going to scroll down and see what our most recent other podcasts were 33 is advocating for transgender students, all the way to ABC 2020 with Diane Sawyer. This is Dr. Banalsdahl and my presentation at the Arcadia Innovation Summit. Years-long journey about transgender students in our school, Department of Justice involved, big case, and how we turn the negative media narrative around. And Dr. Banalsdahl appeared on ABC 2020 with Diane Sawyer. Very cool story. I'm actually going to post another version of that. We did a webinar with Blackboard recently, and the audio's pretty good because I put the microphone right next to us. It's on a webinar, so I'm going to post that in the coming weeks as well. But it's a fascinating story, and we will be at CSBA. If anyone will be in San Diego for CSBA, the California School Boards Association Conference, our presentation is in the books. It's Friday, 10 a.m. So myself, Dr. Banalsdahl, and our board president, Lori Filippi, will be there and we'll be telling that story. So if you or your board members will be at CSBA in California, San Diego coming up, please send them to our session. Talk to Principal Dr. Andy Jacks back east in Virginia about all the great stuff he's doing, especially with video. Talk to Rick Kaufman. He was the PIO of Columbine. That's episode 31. So a lot of episodes about school PR. That's what we do. And even if you're not in school PR, they all translate to PR, especially today's topic, which is the video press release. So let's get into that. Been doing video press releases for years, past few years, probably past 3 years. And I would definitely recommend you add this to your media relations strategy as well. What is it? Just as it sounds, it's a video embedded in your press release, so craft it more towards the video. It's not your typical written press release where you're writing it for a newspaper, that one pager. You're writing it around the video, you're shooting and doing the video yourself, and this is for those times, many times when the news station, the reporter can't get to your story. You think it's good enough where they would air it if they could have sent a cameraman or a reporter there, or maybe just a cute little kicker, as they call them, at the end of the newscast. But this is where you're the one-man band, as we used to say in the news business. I was a one-man band back in the day in my news reporting days, and we would shoot the video, we would edit the video, we would do the interviews and all that, post to the website. So this is you being the one-man band reporter. So first, as far as the video goes, listen, you don't need a fancy camera, just a smartphone and a basic editing app. For me, I use my iPhone and iMovie. It's very simple and it's straightforward. You'll see news stations all over the country using smartphone video these days. There was once upon a time where they wouldn't. They were kind of shied away from that, but now news stations all over the country use smartphone video. And we'll give you some tips and techniques coming up right now to increase your likelihood that they will use your smartphone video on their newscast. In LA, the market I'm in, when it's storm watch, we get that half-inch of rain and everyone's going crazy. Half of the news station's video, huge percentage of it is sent via Twitter. They actually are encouraging people to use the hashtag, our news station's hashtag. Let us know if you see hail, rain, flooding. Send us your video, and they run it on the news. Even if it's vertical, black bar, bad, it's a little foggy. That is what news stations are doing. It's about the content, not so much the quality of that content. They just want to give viewers a sense of what's happening. So smartphone video, news stations are accepting it at rapid rates, and you should get in on it as well. But let's increase your chances of getting your video seen and to the news stations. So first of all, keep the video short, 45 seconds to a minute. So typical VO story, as the news business refers to it as just a VO, it's going to be about 30 seconds. So you want to give some pad, maybe they run it a little bit longer and give them a few shots to choose from, but you want to make it easy. Don't send them 5 minutes of video and think they're going to take the time to go through it, edit it down to 30 seconds. Do the editing for them. Best shots up front, just 45 seconds, maybe a minute. So don't send them 5-10 minutes of video or all this raw video and say, oh, here's this video if you want to put it together. They're not going to do that. Very unlikely. So edit it yourself, 45 seconds to a minute. Again, shoot horizontal. So that means turn the camera on the side so you don't get those black bars. I know some social media sites, they're incorporating the vertical video now. For the news stations, put the camera on the side so it fills up the entire screen. Go horizontal. Third tip, and this sounds silly, but it's a great reminder and will make your video look so much better. Wipe your camera lens. I know these lenses are worth their weight in gold. They're so good. They're indestructible. I've never even cracked a lens, knock on wood, but they do get dirty and they do get oily. Your hands have oil, your pockets have dirt, you're pulling out the phone out of your pocket. It's going to have a little bit of probably residue, oil. So take a look at your camera lens right now. You'll probably see it that it has a little haze on it. Take your shirt, wipe it off, and the video will look so much better. Also, next step, if you can, use a tripod. Tripods make the video much stiller, much more professional, and look a lot better. You can get a very cheap Amazon Basics tripod for, I think it's under $30. Get the iPhone smartphone adapter up top for $5-6 and you're set. If you don't have a tripod, hold the phone close to your body with your elbows against your chest and body for more stability. So pretend you have the phone with your arms outstretched and you're recording video. You can actually do this if you want. And you'll look at the video, you'll see it shaking a little bit probably depending on how steady you are. But when your phone is closer to your body, your elbows are against your body, the stability of the camera will be much better, much less jumpy. So if you don't have a tripod, hold it close to your body, make it more stable. But tripod is always the preference. And then don't do these quick pans, quick movements. Just make it simple cuts. Use iMovie or whatever editing app you have and straight cuts. Don't do any dissolves, no fades, no audio, no music under it. Don't add text to it. So you want to edit it just like the news station does, not like your own PR or marketing videos with the music, the text. We all love the dissolves, the fades. Straight cuts. And if you know how to shot sequence in video, that is a big bonus. That's kind of why when I lean towards recommending PR folks for school PR jobs, I like people that have news TV backgrounds, at least especially in this kind of media relations strategy with the video press release, because we know exactly how news stations want the news video, but you can learn that. But shot sequencing is a next level thing. So instead of just random shots, we call them jump cuts, just left, right, on all over the place that don't really make sense. So shot sequencing, you can look this up, I'll give you a quick tutorial, is basically your wide, medium, and tight shot, same angle but different depth. So instead of jumping all over the place, say you're shooting somebody at the computer. So you do a wide shot, you can see their whole body, and then maybe a medium shot where you just see the top half of them and a little bit of the computer screen. Then the tight shot would be that same angle, but just the computer screen. You can see what they're typing, or maybe just their fingers on the keyboard. So you want to use maybe two of those, so maybe a medium and tight, a wide and tight. So that helps with the flow of the video, just like the newscast does it. So if you're not familiar with kind of how news video works and news stations and all that sort of thing, watch some newscasts. Pay attention to how long the stories are, how the video is edited, what tense they're speaking in. And so when you're doing your video press release, you'll make it to how your news stations in your market do their videos. And it's kind of a standard throughout the business, but if you're not familiar with it, watch newscasts and pay attention. How long is the video? How it's cut? How is the script written? A lot of the times with our video press releases, they'll take, if it's a music thing, they'll take what they call a nat pop at the very beginning, where they'll play some of the music or the kids cheering at the very top, and then they'll go into the script. So pay attention to those things. It'll really help you get your video press release, your video on the newscast. Okay, so once you do that, so you're editing, straight cuts, no dissolves, all that, 45 seconds, maybe to a minute. Upload it to YouTube, Google Drive. There's some apps. I used to use WeTransfer, which is really good. But nowadays with YouTube, everyone has some kind of software that they can just download it really quick from YouTube. Google Drive is very easy as well. But you want to send it to them so they can easily download it. They don't have to go through this entire process. So make it easy for them. So it'll be short, easy, good content for them. So upload it to one of those. And you can always ask them, what do you prefer? Here's the YouTube link. Here's the Google Drive. I can send it in another format. Just let me know. So then what I also do, so you're scratching the typical press release where you're writing it like a news article. I'll write a suggested script, again, just like the newscasters would read it. Should be present tense, about 30 seconds. Time it out, and you can add some notes to the bottom of this, but keep it brief and write it like the newscasters write it. I'm going to pull up a script that I wrote so you can get a sample of what this sounds like. Okay, so here it is. So this is from our 9/11 assembly at Arcadia High School. So I put up top link to the video, about 50 seconds of B-roll from the ceremony. And by the way, B-roll is video in news terms. And then I put suggested script, and then here it is. So under VO, I put a powerful 9/11 remembrance in Arcadia. Nearly 4,000 students and staff from Arcadia High School packed the football stadium for an emotional tribute. Local police, fire, and other first responders were on hand to be recognized and honored along with members of the Marine Corps. It's amazing to think that almost none of these high school students were even born yet when this historic tragedy occurred. In addition to a moment of silence, a student played Amazing Grace on the bagpipes, and students and staff gave speeches about the history and importance of September 11th. Being such a large high school, this special 9/11 tribute is the only time each year that all the nearly 4,000 students and staff come together at the same time and at the same place. So that's it. And when I read it out loud, it's about 30 seconds, so I know that's good. And I can imagine them kind of cutting out that last paragraph if they're short for time. But the main stuff, you don't bury the lead, get everything up top, and then kind of the pyramid philosophy that you can cut from the bottom. So that's it. And then put if you need anything else in the video format, let me know. Other scripts I'll put, just did one with the Arcadia High School marching band, got selected to come to the Rose Parade to march in that again. So the president of the Tournament of Roses came, made a special surprise announcement. So I included the reaction video, a script, and then I also included another link to B-roll from the previous time that the marching band was in the Rose Parade, and one of the news stations downloaded that as well and added it to the end of it. So again, making it easy, but not overwhelming them with information. Because as you know, some of these stories, they're in depth. You can write pages on it, but keep it short and simple for them. The other thing is, when you write that suggested script, also in the news business, the script should match the video. The B-roll and script should match. So when you're talking about the bagpipers in the script, that's when the bagpipers in the video should be popping up. So the script should match the video as it does in newscast. So whatever you're starting off with in your script, and it could be generic so it doesn't always apply, but if you're talking about a bagpiper playing in the script, that's when you should have video of the bagpiper playing to match it. So hopefully that makes sense. Then another important thing is it needs to be timely. Don't wait 2 or 3 days to send this. Right after the event, if at all possible, is when you should be sending it. So if you know you're going to do it, sometimes I'll write the script ahead of time, adjust it depending on the video what it is, and then after the event is done, whatever it is, I'm sending it right away. News stations are all about timeliness, breaking news, and being current. So if you send something 2 or 3 days late, that's old news. So they're not they're much less likely to run it. So be timely with it as well. Then again, chat with your news station, see if they're looking for a different format, different style, what they need. The key is to make it easy for them. They're looking for good content. In many cases, they likely would have sent out a reporter. They're short-staffed, couldn't get there. There was breaking news. But you have the ability to shoot it on your smartphone, give them a short suggested script that matches that video, and everyone win-win. You get your story, they get good content. It's a great relationship. And so that's why I encourage you, if you don't have a TV news background, a journalism background, watch your local news, understand the format. These video press releases, when they get picked up, that is valuable PR branding for your district, your school. So again, I encourage you to do that. Look into it, invest some time into it. About 85% of the time I send a video press release, they've gotten picked up, which is good. But I have sent them and they haven't got picked up. I actually think that 9/11 one that I read, that script did not get picked up for the past couple of years. I always send it, but I know there's dozens of 9/11 ceremonies and events that are honoring people throughout LA County. So I know it's kind of a shot in the dark, but I'll take it because if it does get picked up, it's great. So I also understand, though, that we're one of dozens of events. But you have something unique, special, send it. We've gotten stories picked up. I was shooting a orchestra concert in our county arboretum where there's peacocks, and the peacocks kind of walk through the concert. You can hear them squawking. The news picked that up. I also sent a adorable kindergarten video, about 100 kindergartners singing and performing to a Justin Timberlake song at our public schools luncheon in front of, parents, the mayor, the police chief, and the officials are there. Sent that in, and that was just no editing, no cutting, whatever. That was 45 seconds of the song. It was adorable. Kindergartners singing, dancing. So it doesn't need to be fancy, but it really helps to know the format. And if it can get picked up, it's great. It's worth the time and effort. All right. What could stunning professional quality videos do for your school district's PR and communications? Well, we just talked about the video press release. Find out how SchoolShine's professional video team can partner with your district at schoolshine.org. This podcast is also brought to you by MarketVolt Email Newsletter Solutions, providing industry-leading email newsletter solutions that better connect over 800,000 parents, staff, and community members with their school district. Learn more about MarketVolt at betterK12newsletter.com.
Blackboard believes in the power of good communication in helping students succeed and is a proud sponsor of School PR with Ryan Ferran. Blackboard, education's partner in change.
All right, and as we wrap up episode number 35, a big shout out and appreciation to our three new sponsors again, Blackboard, SchoolShine, and MarketVolt. Chat with Chris, Steve, Rob, and Pat if you have any questions about their product and services. And again, First Ave Rock Band, middle schoolers rocking out. We're going to listen to them on the way out as well, highlighting student musicians on the podcast this year. So if you got a good group, good song from some students in your district, your school, send it my way. Maybe we'll feature them on the podcast. Looking to do more of that. So episode 35 in the books. Huge thanks to everyone. This is our third year now. We have almost 5,000 downloads. We're a little over 4,600 downloads on the School PR podcast. Hope this helps you. I really hope the video press release, I get asked about this a lot, helps you, adds to your media relations strategy. If you have any questions, need another template, sample, let me know. Be happy to help with that. It is a great way to get your story out into the media. Great for the media to get some quality content, sharing, advocating for our students, our staff, what they're doing, getting that message out there about how awesome public education is, how great, rewarding it is for our students and staff. So that's what we're doing here on the School PR podcast. Thanks for being with us. And again, 35 episodes in the books. Looking forward to more. Keep sharing those stories. Keep advocating for your students and staff. keep listening to the School PR Podcast. Thanks so much, everyone. Thanks, First Ave Middle School Rock Band, for taking us home.
Hi, this is Rob Wiltsey, founder of Schoolshine. We make custom professional quality videos for school districts. We want to make sure your district has the very best video content possible and the best content strategy so you can get the most out of your videos. So check out some samples at schoolshine.org and schedule a call with us today to learn how you can take your videos to the next level. That's schoolshine.org.
Do you wish that creating and sending email newsletters took less time and effort? Would you like more parents to tune in and read your district's newsletter? If so, try MarketVolt, the email newsletter platform tailored for districts like yours. With MarketVolt, it's simple to create newsletters that parents will read. MarketVolt automatically customizes your newsletter to match each parent's interest. With MarketVolt, you can create better newsletters with less headache and less hassle. Visit betterk12newsletter.com to learn what MarketVolt can do for you. That's betterk12newsletter.com, powered by MarketVolt.
Hey there, PR experts. Blackboard here. School PR is about telling the story of your students, your teachers, and your school community. From websites and mass notifications to mobile presence and classroom engagement, Blackboard has the tools that you need. And whether you're a one-person shop or part of a bigger communication team, we can help you reach more people more effectively in less time. Thank you for all the work you do in improving education and helping students succeed. And thanks for letting us be a part of it.